Welcome back to Don't Make Me Tap Again. I am your host, Angie Grant, and today I'm excited to share the energy that we're in today. I, the energy that we're in today is so powerful on so many levels. It's not actually part of my design or my lesson plan of what I'm here to learn about in life. However, it's something that we're all here to learn about. So today, December 20th, 2025, we're moving into the energy of gate 10. The sun is moving into the energy of gate 10. And gate 10 is the gate of self-love. When I think about what I do in my coaching practice and where most of the human struggles that I experience in my own life and with people that I meet, people that I love, people that I encounter, oftentimes our struggles go back to this concept of self-love. Perhaps it's part of our story early on where maybe we felt abandoned or felt like we weren't lovable for who we were and felt pressure to always try to be somebody different or felt like we weren't good enough to receive the love. And so we created this story that is of us being less lovable for being ourselves. And I love that gate 10 teaches us that we're lovable just because we exist. However, that oftentimes isn't part of the way that we perceive ourselves. And so here's what I love about gate 10 is that it teaches us that we're lovable just because we exist. It teaches us about the power of self-love. And when we can really tap in, haha, into this energy and to get ourselves into a higher frequency of this energy, our creativity expands and exponentially. When we're able to tap into our sense of self-love and really believe and trust that we're lovable no matter what, that our ability to be loved doesn't change when we make mistakes. Our ability to be loved doesn't change when somebody else is going through something. When we can really fully step in to our own sense of lovability and shed our old stories that we've been holding on to that have convinced us that we're not lovable, that's where our power lies. That's where our creativity lies. And that's where we have the most capacity to really love others. As you know, I'm a mom, I'm a grandma. I work in the helping field by trade. Both, I mean, I have my entire career. I've always been in the helping field. And I will tell you that although I have this deep capacity to love others, this sense of self-love has been a real struggle for me for, I would say, most of my life. And although I have this deep capacity to love others, and I have devoted my career and my family to loving others, my sense of self-love influences the way that I show up for other people, hands down. There, it's the same is true for all of us. And so let's tap into this energy. And I really want to start with a tapping sequence that's more about where many of us are really at. And so these words might be hard to say, but if they're hard to say, it's perhaps because it is part of our story. And it's time to let that go because whatever story you're telling yourself about how lovable you are, it just isn't true. It just isn't true. And so let's tap on that, let go of some of that negative energy and see where you're at. So I always say this before we go through a tapping sequence, but I really want you to check in with yourself. When you think about that idea of, saying those words like, I am lovable just because I exist. I'm lovable no matter what I do, no matter what I accomplish. I'm lovable no matter what words other people say. Where does that sit with you? When you hear those words, are you like, heck yeah, that's me? Or are you more like, yeah, I don't believe it. I have too much evidence in my story that says I'm not lovable. Where are you at? Give yourself a score. I often recommend doing your score a little bit backwards, but on that lovability scale, if your lovability is a big problem, give it a big number. Give it a 10 or a 9 or an 8. And if you're at peace with your lovability, if you really trust that you are lovable no matter what, give yourself a low score. To me, that means that you're at peace and there's nothing more to shed away. So give yourself a score and then let's tap together. Here we go. Even though I don't believe I'm lovable, I have so much evidence to prove that I'm not lovable. I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Even though I don't believe I'm lovable, I have so much evidence to prove that I'm not lovable. I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Even though I believe that I'm not lovable, I have so much evidence to prove that I'm not. I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Take a deep breath. All right, top of the head. I'm not lovable. I was abandoned. People told me I wasn't lovable. So much evidence. I'm not lovable. I'm not lovable. I'm not lovable. I'm not lovable. Take another deep breath. What came up for you? Did you notice anything shifting in your body? Did you notice any stories pop up or anything about your past that maybe came up? Did your score change at all? I know for me, my score shifted quite a bit as I went through that. This sense of lovability is a tricky one. Something that I think until we really fully heal it, it's going to keep popping up in funny little ways in our life. So I don't want to leave you hanging there, right? Let's keep tapping on this because it I think EFT really has the power to help us shift our story when it comes to our sense of lovability. And I love that we have this beautiful energy to tap into today. So let's keep tapping. Even though I still believe that I'm not fully lovable, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Even though I still believe that I'm not completely lovable, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Even though I still believe that I'm not completely lovable, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Deep breath. Top of the head. Still believe. Still believe I'm not lovable. I still believe. Still believe I'm not lovable. I still believe. I still believe I'm not lovable. I still believe. I still believe I'm not lovable. Take another deep breath. Wow. So that was interesting. I felt some energy shift. I actually felt this release. I had kind of felt that energy bubbling up through me. And then as I was working through that tapping sequence, I felt a release. I don't know about you, but I actually my hands are feeling a little bit tingly now too. So it says something about whatever energy my body was holding on to. So I want to wrap this up to help us create a better space for our sense of lovability and to yeah, to give you a way to continue to work on shifting that negative energy out of you and creating space for that energy of lovability. Because again, you are completely lovable. You're deserving of being loved unconditionally. So let's tap one more time. Even though in the past, I believed that I wasn't lovable, I had so much evidence to prove it. I now choose to see that I deserve unconditional love, and I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Even though in the past, I believed that I wasn't lovable, I had so much evidence that I didn't deserve love. I now choose to see that I'm unconditionally lovable. and I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Even though in the past, I didn't believe I was lovable. It's so much evidence to prove to me that I didn't deserve to be loved. I now choose to see that I am unconditionally lovable, and I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Tap of the head. I deserve love. I deserve unconditional love. I'm lovable because I exist. I deserve love. I deserve unconditional love. I deserve love just because I exist. I am lovable. I deserve love just because I exist. Take one last deep breath. How are you doing? I hope that you're feeling the same sense of peace that I am feeling right now. I know I came into this tapping sequence feeling a little anxious. Actually, I have quite a bit going on today, but I wanted to share this tapping sequence with you. And I'm feeling so much more peace now. Peace about what I've got going on for my day, peace about my sense of lovability. So I would love to hear your thoughts. And when you're ready, I'd love to connect with you too. So keep tapping and repeat this one as many times as you need to, because that lovability, if you're anywhere other than at total peace with trusting that you're lovable, if you're anywhere other than that, it's holding you back. It's it's having an impact on your ability to be creative, to create, to empower others, and to show up the way that you want to for your most important people in your life. And I don't know about you, but I am willing to do whatever it takes to make sure that I am the best version of me for everybody in my life. So that is all for today. And just thank you from the bottom of my heart for hanging out here with me. I appreciate it so much. And we will tap soon.